What up, everybody? Lonnie here, Charts and Labs. It is Thursday the 26th. Trying to do a new style of video on this because this month I've been struggling a little bit with some bad positions and trades, not taking profits at the right time, not uh, taking good entries for the most part. And I think part of that it came from more focus on the video or not paying attention exactly to the strategy, and being more focused on what I was talking about, um, and that led to some bad trades. February was a bad month for me, so I'm doing a little different this time. I already made the trades, but I want to go back and talk about them now. So let's go like this. Voila. Okay. So here we got QQQ, major sell off. It is kind of coming back a little bit right now, so that's cool. Oh, I lost my Robinhood. Again, I don't normally like Robinhood, but I've been using Robinhood because it has the USDC to be able to transfer and play crypto. I'm actually up on this one. Cool. So here's what I did. I almost bought more calls and I just missed it, so I didn't chase that entry. I left this. We're just leaving it be. I might take it into crypto. I haven't decided yet. But what we got is account history. So yesterday I took a loss on, what was it? Yesterday, I don't know if I posted that video. All right, I did make these calls profit yesterday, and then I got into, where did it go? I bought these. Yeah, I bought these at 860, sold them at 1040. So I made the profit yesterday. Maybe I did profit yesterday. That's right. Yesterday was a small profit. Oh yeah, very small profit. So I bought these 613s at 215 a piece. The market got to 616 is what it closed at. So these should have been over three, and I sold them at 260. Not the worst. But these ones had, yeah, those ones were. And then I got another, then I got that put, but I had another play. Where did I get wrong? This is where I averaged down. Is today the 26th? No, yesterday was the 25th. So plus I got some interest. Got into those calls. Oh yeah, yesterday I just played the momentum real quick, in and out early. And then I had a little bit of money left. That's because the day before is where I lost on the put, on this day. I chased these puts, these 606 puts, which hit today, of course. I would have just gave myself a little bit more time for the market correction, where it ran like crazy. And so then I jumped on board and took that. Just wish I would have held on to it because yesterday I played purely just momentum. Got in right at open, let it run up, sold, and out. 215 to 260. And then in the afternoon, I bought this put, 610 put, as a pullback because I thought it did run quite a bit overboard. And so I was playing a little bit of a pullback, and then it ran even more. So I was actually down. This was 243 is what I bought it at. It closed at like 143 at the value. And then it opened up closer to a dollar, or actually under a dollar. So this morning I bought one at 119 once it started showing that it was going down and confirmed. I bought one at 120, and I bought two at 126, and I sold all five at 180. The 610 put for today. The kind of crappy part is that would have been an absolute banger. The reason I was averaging down and I was comfortable with that play was because of following the max pain points. today's max pain was 606 at open. It's moved up to 614, which is why I jumped on the call side. And I have till tomorrow to hold that. So I might, if I make enough profit, I might be getting out of there today if it comes all the way back. But let's see, trade options. That 610 put for today that I had, holy cow, because it went all the way down to 605. Actually touched 604 just under. But this 610 put, add it to the watch list just so that I could go look at it. We're looking at a little bit of an overreaction, and that's why it's coming back up nice and steady. But over here on the watch list, let's go. We got this guy. I sold this at 180. Right, literally. So in the morning where I was at, it was in this zone where it where we bounced off 610 right here. I sold on this one right at the 7 o'clock hour, and then it shot up, and I was like, "Oh, cool, I'm good." And then it opened up here, and I thought it was going to come up and test this 612, 613 level, or be flat in there, kind of thing. I was kind of thinking 610 was going to hold. And so I thought I was taking my profit, and I was probably going to leave some on, but I wasn't going to hold it all day. Was my hope. And literally within like 2 minutes, bottom dropped out. Poof, poof, poof. And this 610 put all the way up to 646. And again, I sold it at $1.80. I had 5 of them. Left easily $400 on the table. Each times 5, so $2,000 on the table that I left. Absolutely gut wrenching, and those are what was making me mess up this month, is because I was getting into good plays and I was missing these opportunities that where the market was running up big with the direction that I had, and I was taking my 22 to 30%. I started getting a little bit braver. I started catching some 40s and 50%, and it was good because the market was moving a little bit more predictable. And now we got into this volatility side, and I was trying to play the volatility to go hit some 100% bangers. I was trying to make up for, you know, uncertainty and stuff, and trying to get, that once you get to that level where you're a 3,000, 2,500 to 5,000, that range of an account, you're like big enough to make mistakes on bigger plays because you're taking a more of a quote unquote gamble. But you're also small enough that you can't recover as easy. It takes time. It took me a month to build that account up, over a month to build that account up. I'm getting close to where I should almost consider taking profit. I should have taken some profit. I think this thing hit $5. So yeah, so what we're looking for is, I'm thinking at least a recovery back to 610. I still just think 610 is in my head, and that's where I'm going to get this $6 sale. We'll see if it can get over to 611. Would be crazy because that would be a big win. If you actually look, I think max pain went from 606 at open to now 614. So and we bounced from 605 to 67. So I think 609 is going to be the level. 609 and some change that I think it can get to for sure. I think they are going to kill a lot of those. 611 would be really cool. Such a volatile day to go both ways. So we see the 690, 609.91 is kind of the top of the momentum cloud. 610.27 is, and the 610.89 is this volume weighted moving average. It's going to kind of flatten out and kind of come down a little bit. I'm thinking 610.20 would be a fantastic position to see this thing touch. So if we do 610 point, let's do 28. Oh, 28. 28 is great. So we see that if we could get to that by noon, it's a 629. If we get there by 10:30, 639. So I think that's where I have my, obviously if we get there faster, could see it. If we get there by 9 within an hour, 650. So right now, that's where I have my sell kind of set, 640. If we get up to that level within, sorry, if we get up to that level quickly, I was literally watching it at like 605 trying to buy the 606 put on this, and I just freaking missed it for today. I was looking at was it the 6 or was it the 608? It's probably the 608 because that's a 607. I was looking at one of these and it was 130. It was one of no, I mean it could have been this one. That would be crazy. Because we were down at 605. So yeah, it had to probably be the 608. I was probably looking at, yeah, that would make sense because I was thinking that it could get to 2. So I was looking at the 608 at 130. Oh, I want to add it to watch list just to show what I was trying to see. Because 608, getting back to 610, intrinsic value is would be at least $2, so that would be profit. That would have been my goal to try to get it and sell it at 2 if it would have flashed. So we saw right here was 104, and then it bounced up. Yeah, I would have sold at 166 though. That would have been 22%. It would have got there really quickly. Could have sold it. Maybe would have tried to sell it at 2. It might have sold it 2. We do need the price to bounce up here. I am a little bit sad that I didn't take this $5 prop. $5 would have been 25%, I think. If this is 5 is 22%. So I could have taken another 22%, but yeah. I might shoot for just that 620, 661, or try 619 maybe. Just throwing some random numbers out there, but yeah. So a lot of volatility. People are very concerned about what is going on with AI. You can see Nvidia is the main culprit causing this big sell-off. They had good earnings, but their earnings is to be expected to be good. But the concern comes back at, is their valuation matched to what their price is and what they're actually generating? And when does the shift come from Nvidia being the main AI name to the next AI name? And I'm kind of one who's thinking that it's going to be Tesla. Tesla's really doing a shift to autonomy and robotics and all things AI. And Elon is that type of visionary who could take the AI chips that are there, take the picks and shovels, and then create something that is valuable with it. And so I'm thinking Tesla is the way kind of thing. My name that I think is going to break out and be the one to take advantage of the AI race. So this 420 level is one to watch. Obviously, we got to get over 417 first, 424, and then 436. I think there's, 440 is not far out of the realm for Tesla. And if you look where, from their all-time highs, they're in a position where, that value is going to be there, I feel. So we kind of look at this little downtrend off the big sell-off. That was, I'm guessing that was the end of the year. What is this? So December 25. And then into January, they've had a couple of those really big sell-offs. And one of these is eventually going to kind of bottom out. And we have a nice solo wick here on the 45. And it kind of lines up with a lot of these. I'm going to make this be an orange line. So could there be one more bounce here before going up? Maybe. Or are we getting into this level? Let me make that be a horizontal one. Come here, horizontal. These ones look, see, touch, touch, touch. These ones are all touching. And then even over here, touch. The tops are touching. The big sell-off kind of hit right around there. So this is definitely a point that we're looking at. And we're going to make those be, I'm going to make this one be white just because that's kind of where we're at. So 414. So if the market gets out of this little correction narrative and the doom and gloom of a world war and all that stuff, and we get in a bullish trend going, if Tesla's around this level, I think it would be a good entry for longs to this 440 level. I might even start looking at them. Whereabouts are those? Let's just go look, because it is down. Tesla contracts are just very expensive, so these are the ones that could really hurt an account if you get it wrong. They can make an account quickly. If we go to March 2nd, March 4th. Tesla's got some midweek options. I don't think it's going to happen that quickly. 11 days. I like that. Let's look. I have $1.38, so it's going to be 442. A long way away. I'd like for this 440 to get cheaper. But I also have calls, so let's see. Add to watch list. Let's just kind of look at the chart on this contract and how its values changed. It bottomed out. Let's go with the last week. It's bottomed around this 130 mark. Not a bad time. 120 was super low. Let's go ahead and buy it. You know what? We're going for it. Tesla, come on. Going anti-correction mode. We're going to get a little pivot up. Get this thing rolling. We have that one. Let's see. Just to, I already have this one. Why is it? Oh, I think I'm already up. I want to sell. Did I not get it? Oh, pending orders sold, positions held. This is having a hard time updating right now. Robinhood's a little slow. Okay. It's funny how it's defaulting me to buy one now. There we go, sell to close. I was like, I have this one. Let's just do 2.5. And that's the intrinsic value of $45 Tesla is kind of what we're looking at. We've seen it get up to 2 today. It was up to 3, February 25th. This week it was over 250. So, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's just go ahead and send that just so we have it in case we are not looking. So boom, all money is allocated. We're looking for Tesla to drive the market up. We're looking for this to recover. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is going to get much of a run up. Like I said, going into today, max pain was 606. It's right around that, right around that level. Tomorrow's max pain to start today was 610. Let's see if it's still there. Tomorrow, 610 is still the idea for max pain, which is why I think I have the 606 at 4. Is that what I have? I have the 606 call at $4. Is why I have that. So we might change and take profit if depending where it's at in that $5 range today, later in the day. If it's in that, I might look at taking some profit depending how the rest of the day plays out. But that's what I did. I got I followed Max Payne. I took momentum yesterday, real quick, in and out. Wish I held on to it, could have made a lot. And then today, or in the afternoon again, I got into the opposite where I played Max Payne on a pullback because I thought the market was a little bit overextended on the run up to Nvidia, which when the market moves before a move in anticipation of a move, a lot of times to me that flashes liquidity pull where they just set up all that liquidity to sweep. And then that's kind of what happened today, actually, because the market went from like 60608 or so, and boom, 616 moved $8. These $9, $8 moves in a day is wild for a market. So nice little V bounce. Would love to see it if it gets nice and casually over 608.89. That'll be cool. 609 again. I think the 610.50 level is just where I want it to at least touch. At least touch it once. And like I said, anything kind of close to 6, I'm going to probably take profit for sure. If it could get into the 5s and then the market kind of stalls out and it's close to closing and I'm in the $5 range, if I'm not over one of these levels, there's a big buy. So that brought the volume weighted moving average down, and as we jumped up really quick right there to like 30 cents. So that was a big buy volume. So now we got to get that up. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm watching for. Again, we're over 5 again. So 505 is, was 505. Short-lived. I'm at 20% ish. There we go. We're running now. 608.30, 511 is 25%. 608.90 is 550. I mean, that's going to be, if we do 555, that's just too good of a trade that I should take it. We're gonna hold on to it a little bit and watch. But yeah, there's your little update. Sorry for the kind of spotty and inconsistency in the videos. Give me some feedback if you guys want me to do something a little different, a little different. I probably will get into some more crypto this weekend, or later today. Actually, I might actually do some crypto. I haven't done a crypto video in a while. So, yep. let's call that one. I'm gonna get some dinner in the crock pot, and you guys have a good one. Stop sharing. Yeah, give me some feedback. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's making money and getting rich, right? Getting rich. That's a goal. Have a good one, everybody.